Look, keychains or weapon charms may sound a little weird, but did you know what the devs already prototyped some of them? No way.
Every time a major update is released in Counter-Strike or any other Source 2 game,
No
it's
way.
expected to contain a huge number of officially undocumented strings related.
Guys, you say no way, that would be crazy. Yeah, the same thing I thought about unique sticker placement. We also thought that was impossible, never gonna happen. Valve is on another. They don't try out new things, risky things.
Related to future updates or even Valve games. For example, half a year ago I managed to find orange-green weapon masks and suggested that they would be used to apply stickers to any location. So congratulations to everyone who bought stickers back then and is now making a profit on cool crafts. I personally made myself a circle out of my stickers and a rainbow. Since we received one of the biggest updates in CS2, it naturally didn't become an exception. Hey everyone, Max at the microphone again, and today I will tell you all the most interesting things I managed to find. And while you have time, check out Skins Monkey, use code GABEN and get up to a 5. Since we've already started with stickers, in addition to custom positioning and rotation, the game has one more parameter for scaling them. To be fair, all parameters besides X and Y offset were also in CSGO, but they were used a very long time ago on the first DreamHack 2013 souvenir sets. The problem is that unlike CSGO, in CS2 resizing is completely disabled, even for old stickers. In theory, since they finally added a new system for choosing the location.
Even now, on the P90, there were spots where you have the biggest sticker. We had the biggest sticker position in the game and the smallest sticker position in the game. If you know, you know. Smallest sticker in CSGO. I think I made a clip on this.
Can you check my Nova Catus? They are probably worthless, though. What the heck?
Look how small that shit is, bro. Bang. Now with the new sticker placement and stuff, and on the P90 we have the biggest sticker in the game. Sticker.
I just unboxed souvenirs for Owners Club. Bro, look how the voxes overlap, bro.
Look at this. Bang. Now all sticker positions are the same.
And rotation of stickers, maybe scaling will also return.
If you have an old P90, this big spot still remains. I saw one funny tweet yesterday. I think Salty Dane. Look at this, bro. Bang. So right now there's some P90s out there that still have the old rare spot. Look at this. Someone in my chat showed me this cool P90 craft only possible with old placements. The Dignitas is humongous because of the old, how it used to work in CSGO. And it fits perfectly with the glasses on top. Hella cool.
In the future, or it has been completely abandoned. On the remake of the arms race map, in the room where the luggage belt controls are located, yes, if you didn't know, you can turn them on, change the direction to jump to the upper level and turn them off. There is a small Easter egg. There is a keychain with a New Zealand SS agent hanging on the key. Upon seeing this, an order and turn them off. There is a small Easter egg. There is a key.
No one ever told me about this.
With a New Zealand SS agent hanging on the key. Upon seeing this, an ordinary player will most likely say, "Oh, cool," and forget about it in like 5 seconds. But I wouldn't be me if I didn't try to dig up something interesting. Firstly, the developers like Jackie's post with a screenshot of the keychain, whatever that means. Secondly, many people probably don't remember this, but 7 years ago, on June 20th, 2017, in a regular CSGO update, there was a sudden mention of keychains or charms on weapons. And not just some text in the code, but a mention of 6 models for keychains. AK-47, Banana, Bloodhound, Grenade, Plasma Ball, and Sugar.
It's already in Valorant, no? Valorant, they already have charms, I think they call it. No! In Rainbow Six it's called charms. Rainbow Six has it as well. Rainbow Six has it. Valorant has it. I wouldn't be against keychains. It could be cool.
Rainbow Six, yes.
Sugar Skull. Bloodhound is a reference to the Operation logo, so like the skull of some animal. And Sugar Skull is a reference to the sticker collection of the same name and the symbol of the...
Imagine keychain, something, and then case hardened, bro. And you can get a full blue gem keychain. Oh my days, oh my days.
Day of the Dead in Mexico. The mention of several compiled models means that the developers went a little further than early prototypes. The same update also included early mentions of the survival mode and many items that eventually became part of Danger Zone. So even though there haven't been any new mentions of keychains since then, the developers very often like to refine or reuse old ideas. Especially with the release of Counter-Strike 2, when they don't hesitate to add new content and update old systems like loadout or new sticker placement.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about cosmetics, the files also contain lines for workshop tools that hint at custom skins for knives and gloves. This means that either the developers have made publishing and working on skins a bit more convenient for themselves, or in the future in the tools for publishing their own skins, the community will have new options in the drop-down menu where you can choose a specific knife or gloves. Since CSGO, this has been one of the most popular requests from the community, and if you look at the history of how skins have evolved, you can assume that Valve is tired of coming up with new ideas on their own and are delegating this.
I mean, hey, might as well. With the cookery knife is a little bit goofy. All the Valve, all the knives that we have in cases, they're all made by Valve. All the finishes and stuff. To let that the community do as well could make sense, no? There are some crazy things on the workshop regarding knives and finishes.
Task to skin makers. However, I was extremely surprised that they didn't add community graffiti in this update. There are already hundreds of interesting options in the workshop, but the developers decided to postpone them for later. Maybe similar to stickers, in the future we will see some new spray painting mechanics. The panorama interface files mention the Tuscan map with the S2 postfix. All maps with this postfix eventually get a full remake, and considering that before the release of Counter-Strike 2 the developers bought the rights to Anubis and Tuscan for $150,000 each for CSGO. They are
Dude, scammed, no? 150k for a map. Bro, a guy that has a blue skin in a case. We heard numbers from one case example, 400k. 150k for a map. My days. But then again, I think if they actually use the map in the map pool, I think they're getting monthly payments for all the months that the map is in the map pool. Something like that. But bro, it seems a little bit skewed how the money is distributed compared to skins and maps.
are unlikely to forget about their investment, and we will see a full remake in the future. Speaking of remakes, as I mentioned in the previous video, FMPON has started actively working on recreating the cache map and has finally shown screenshots on the new engine. The map will be developed based on the original version in CSGO 2013. This means the best combination of a gloomy Chernobyl industrial zone with the distinctive style of new Counter-Strike and using all advanced technologies and improved graphics of Source 2. As I also mentioned in previous videos, the developers continue to abandon old systems and gradually rewrite.
I speak for the whole community. Minus Mirage plus cash. Please, it's time.
Rewrote a bunch of JS scripts and ported Arms Race and Deathmatch to a new tool foundation called Pulse, which I have already talked about dozens of times before and which is a visual node-based programming similar to blueprints from Unreal Engine. Interestingly, one of these JS files mentions the VIP escort and escape modes. For those who don't know, both of these modes were once part of previous Counter-Strike games but were later cut. As Zul correctly noted, these particular lines may be leftover mentions from old games, but just a couple of updates ago functions with the same name appeared. Considering that the developers have stated that they plan to experiment with new modes, maybe we'll see a reimagining of VIP or Escape in the future. At the same time, Chickens received several new animations such as bunny hop, swimming and crouching. They are currently not used and are most likely just a minor upgrade. But maybe we will get some new mechanics or game mode in the future, as there have already been mentions of some kind of pets in the code. And the biggest find in this update is the new hair system. 3 suspicious materials related to hair have appeared in the core pack of the engine, but they don't have the necessary textures and shaders yet.
How do I not hear about this? Are there no leakers in CS? It's always just gabefollower making a video like after the update happened like 2 days ago. Are there no other people looking into this? I had nothing on my Twitter page about this. Or is it just the gaudy leaker and nobody else can like digest the code? Like, that's the first time I hear about this.
Half-Life Alyx all hair materials use the standard VRComplex.vfx shader, so apparently Valve developers are working on a separate PBR, possibly filament shader and hair materials for Source 2 games, not necessarily for CS2. Most likely the CS postfix means compute shader, which means that this shader is calculated on the GPU or video card for better optimization. Based on this, hair processing material related to complex math calculations such as dynamic hair simulation, their physical interaction with the character and environment during player movement or under the influence of wind or other situations. Hair render.
Don't like 90% of the agents have a helmet on? Hold up. Wolf of Wall Street, hair agents. Zack, ponytail to the roof.
Their volume. Material related to volume rendering for simulating thousands of individual hairs at once without additional performance costs. Hair shading. The material needed to correctly calculate the interaction of hair with light and shadows. For example, refraction of light, soft scattering through thin hair or natural shine from the sun. In addition, there are a bunch of strings related to the rendering of individual
hairstyle cases. Nah. Oh my god, bro. Agent K with a low taper fade. Whew.
strands. They're shading volume and density texture maps voxel collisions and splitting each strand into several segments. Taken together, this should look very similar to the hair technology from the Frostbite engine. It is important to mention that this is not necessarily related to CS2, and it may turn out to be a feature in any other Valve game. Surprisingly, in the same update, an interesting icon appeared with a hound eye that came out to touch the grass. This icon is used for entities in the hammer to create maps. Judging by the name, this entity is responsible for changing some behavior of the NPC. If you zoom out the icon far enough, it looks like it's not art but a full-fledged 3D render. The last time this guy appeared in an official game was in the first Half-Life, but this render looks much more detailed and a bit like the models from Half-Life Alyx. Interestingly, about 9 months ago, another icon AI Goal Siege was leaked in the CS2 files, which is rumored to be related to Neon Prime and serves as a goal or some kind of point that NPCs must capture. Considering that Neon Prime, codenamed Citadel, has a direct connection to the Half-Life universe, it can be assumed that the previous entity icon with the
Wait, what are we this is not CS anymore, right? What is Neon Prime? Is that the next Valve game or some shit?
Hound Eye also has something to do with this game. And of course, in the same update there are mentions of 2 future Valve games. The first is Neon Prime, codenamed Citadel, with hints at multiplayer, a game lobby in the main menu for multiple players, melee weapons switching between single and automatic fire, weapon attachments, different battle lines like in Dota, and a minimap. An HLX or Half-Life X.
Give us a Valve Tarkov. What company can fix the cheater problem that Tarkov has? What makes Tarkov mid? Valve.
Basically nothing new, just a mention along with some sound file. Leave a comment with
an extraction shooter
if you
from
watched
Valve.
this far and check out previous video where I talk about pretty significant anti-cheat update.
Imagine, bro. What considered it'll be though? They already
Just
have
before the new year, the developers of
They have CS. Oh hell no, what is the song? They have CS. They have the card game. They dip their foot into that. It was a disaster. By the way, leave gabefollower some love. You already know, bro. Absolute fucking legend.